Hey guys, today I'm gonna take you guys on a little adventure with me. We are going to go try to see the owls down at Kankakee Sands, which is in Morocco, Indiana. Typically I've done just like little short version videos, but I'm going to try my hand at one of the long ones and try to start filming me actually going birding, me on my hikes, camping, stuff like that. So typically I usually shoot all my video either on my iPhone or on my Canon R5, which if you know anything about that camera, the video quality is fantastic. But today I kind of want to also test out, I got this little 4K like $95 video camera. I super wanted it for Christmas and my family got it for me. I wanted this for the night vision. Why? I don't know. I just wanted it. This does also shoot in 4K, so I'm super excited about it. So yeah, we'll see. Test out the mic. I usually use Rode mics, but we'll see how this little mic that came with it is. It kind of has a turnout, and then I took just one of the handles I had for one of my gimbals, just so it's easier to hold, move around. I can use it as a little tripod. So we'll see what we can get with this baby today. And yeah, with that, now that my car's heated up, I'm going to do the, like, I don't know, 45-minute drive down south, and let's go owling. Okay, took about, I don't know, 45, 50 minutes for me to get down here, but I made it down to Kankakee Sands. What I'm going to do now is get all my gear out. I do already see some harriers flying around. I might drive around here in a minute and see where if I can find any owls hanging out. But first, again, I need to get my gear together. So it is about, I don't know, 2 o'clock. I usually like to get out here a little bit earlier, but it is what it is. Typically, the short-eared owls, they like coming out just a little bit before sunset, so still have plenty of time. Got a few hours to kind of just mess around out here. Obviously, my main goal today is getting photos of the short-eared owls that have been hanging out. And if you're from Indiana or a part of the Indiana bird groups, you have definitely seen pictures of the shorties. But I do like to see all the harriers. There's always a ton of harriers out here. And I did get my first photos of pheasants the other day, or the other week when I was out here last. So what I'm doing now is trying to fix my monopod, which is what I shoot with predominantly. It did break on me, but I keep trying to fix it. I've got like, so the gear I shoot with, firstly, is the Canon R5, and I use the Sigma 150 to 600 contemporary lens. And I keep fixing this damn monopod because, you know, I can spend that much money, of course, on camera gear and lenses, but when it comes to like tripods, stuff like that, I get the cheapest stuff on the planet. So yeah, I've been using this broken ass monopod for like the past 4 times I've been out birding, and I think I'm finally getting frustrated enough with it that when I get home, a new one is definitely going in my Amazon cart. I like using the monopod over the tripod just because I like to be able to move around a lot more. The tripod, the one I have now is a little bit limiting and it's, again, kind of a cheapo, so my camera and lens combo is pretty heavy, so it just doesn't do it any justice. I do want to upgrade my tripod, and I do want to upgrade my tripod also, but I want to get the gimbal head attachment for it, just so you can actually, I feel like you can move around a lot more with it, and especially shooting video with my camera, it'll be just a lot smoother than what I've been doing now, which is either the handheld or gimbal, which is a handheld or my little monopod here, my busted ass monopod. Okay, so pro tip. While trying to tighten stuff with a knife, make sure it's pointed away from you, which I know better, but still, I did just slice the heck out of my finger. It doesn't look too terribly deep, and I got the bleeding to stop. But another pro tip, I always keep a first aid kit in my car. So I've got plenty of alcohol pads, some gauze, some bacterial ointment. So what I'm gonna do is just wrap the heck out of this sucker. It looks like it's starting to clot up a little bit, so no basic first aid, and don't be a dumbass. After I'm done shooting, we'll readdress the situation. I know there's an urgent care on the way home. If it looks bad, I'll go get stitches, but we'll see. TBD. I'm gonna wrap this up though. Okay, so there is an owl, if you can tell, all them people down there. There are some owls flying around. I did get quite a couple good shots. If you do come to Kankakee Sands, I highly suggest not parking in the middle of the road, because the DNR will yell at you, and you're just not supposed to park in the road, they say. So anyways, so owls are definitely out. The road is starting to get crowded. I like to try to find a pull off, because that's where you're supposed to park, but I think I've had enough of this spot. I'll show you guys some other spots at the sands that are good for just having that owl encounter. But I'm going to drive around and show you guys some other spots. Maybe go see the buffalo really quick before it gets too dark. I did get quite a few owl photos already. Like I said, one of my favorite spots is parking. There's two little lots kind of by 400 and 200. So yeah, as you can see, driving around, there's definitely still room in the parking lots, but yeah, people just decide they can park in the middle of the street. So this is like my first year actually capturing owls on camera, which is super exciting. There's actually one flying around right in front of me. I don't know if you could see it or not, but yeah. There's an owl. Such beautiful birds. Okay, I know I just said, like, literally you're not supposed to park on the side of the road, but I did pull over to get a quick pic. Because yeah, an owl's flying literally right down the road. The thing about Kankakee Sands is you don't really have to hike anywhere. The owls do like to hang out around the road. I'm gonna show you the next spot, which is a good spot to kind of find them perched up on the fence post. So give me like 2 minutes to get over there. So back to what I was saying. This is the first time that I've actually like captured photos of owls. I've came out here and looked at them before. Definitely not at the right time. So one thing is I've gained experience going out looking for birds and different wildlife, what time of day, the season that they really like to come out at. I've been learning so much, just even in this past year, just through my own research and actually stopping and talking to other people, just about like even migration, like when birds are going to be in the area, ducks, waterfowl, everything like that. So it's turned into me just going out trying to get pictures of whatever, to I actually kind of plan it out a little bit more and have a better idea of what I'm after before I go out. So I am on the west side of 41 now, just kind of driving around, scoping everything out. I have seen owls. They do just like to perch up on these fence posts over here, so if you're not having much luck seeing them on the other side of 41, you can always come over here and take a look. What I like about this spot is, again, there's not really any walking. It's mostly just driving around until you see something you want to stop and take a picture of, or you know, scope, just being patient and waiting for owls to fly in. And again, you can see right there, plenty of wildlife out here. Looks like a little doe, but I do see quite a bit of wildlife. I have seen quite a few deer just hanging around in these pens. Another thing that the Sands did recently, which I am a super huge fan of, is they put in a pit toilet. So before I keep driving around and shooting some more, I am gonna go see if it's open. And guys, again, just a pretty little doe, just hanging out by the fence right there. Another tip too, for even seeing the harriers, I do capture them quite a bit, just hanging out on the power lines and stuff like that. So anywhere the bird can perch, really. And the cool part, if you're over the owl craze, you can go try to find the buffalo. Guys, it's open. Okay. And I let this on for like 10 minutes and it's already dead. This seriously isn't my trip, but we'll keep moving on. So even sitting by the pavilion, if you look in the trees, there's usually a bunch perched, and I just got a crestal. Anyways, however you say it. So yeah, even if you look up in them trees, I always see something. There's an American kestrel over there, and there was another one, but flew away. Also, if you need a good sunspot for out here, right up on that hill. I've captured so many just pretty sunsets right there. Okay, I had so much coffee. Let's see if the pissers are open. Hell yeah. About to freeze my butt off. That was a cold one. Okay, I feel like a new woman. Now that I'm starting to finally get over the almost slicing my finger off when I first got here debacle. Really put me in quite not a great mood. Let's go back to the other side, kind of cruise around and see what else we can get, and hopefully get some pretty dope shots. If anything, especially in the winter when there's snow, it is just so beautiful to drive and cruise around here. So in general, I've just gotten way more not lazy, but just in general, I've been watching, I don't shoot as much as I used to when I go out. Like, when I first started wildlife photography especially, oh my gosh, anything that moved or resembled an animal or a bird, I was taking a picture of. And that was all good. I got some good shots that way, but also I got like tens of thousands of just garbage pictures on my laptop that I'm still trying to clean up. So yeah, even the owls are out. I should be probably over there, but again, I was being dramatic with my finger and it just put me in a bad mood. So, and you know what? The bitch about it is I sliced my finger open trying to fix my freaking monopod and it's still broken. So anyway, stop being a baby, stop complaining. We're gonna go back while there's still some daylight and really focus on getting some owl shots, but on the way we'll see what else we can get. Also, a must-have, coffee. Any time of day when I'm out, coffee. I even keep a percolator in my car with me just in case, especially if you are out, you do come out here. A lot of the times if I'm doing more than a few hours, I do pack some food and snacks because there really is not a whole lot to do out here as far as restaurants or finding some place to eat. Really, there's only a couple gas stations around, so plan ahead. Guys, literally a whole deer family. They're so cute. I'll try to get a video of them for you. Oh man, little cutie patooties. Oh, and something's flying behind them. All right. I never like to bug wildlife too long either. I know with like the owls, they're just flying around there anyway, but like deer, stuff like that, I just have my little moment, get a picture. Sometimes I don't even take a picture. Just appreciate the fact that I'm seeing something so pretty and just the fact that I'm seeing wildlife, and then I just move on to the next. To the other side of 41. So I either sit in one spot while I'm out here or I just drive around, and I've captured good photos doing either way, but yeah, it just depends on the day. Like obviously with wildlife and birds, they move, so it's so unpredictable. I think a lot of wildlife photography is you can plan so much, but you really just have to be in the right spot at the right time. And sometimes I just am not, but yeah, we'll see. So I do see some harriers out in the field, but I'm kind of just in an owl mood today. You can also kind of tell the difference if it's a harrier or an owl because the harriers will kind of hover for however long a time, but it's once you like get out there and start noticing it, you will see the difference between like owls. They fly, they don't hover. The harriers out here, you'll just see them kind of hovering around looking for their food, and I feel like they fly up higher too, but maybe that's just me. I'm no expert. I'm really kind of regretting driving around, honestly, because I hope nobody took my little secret parking spot. We'll find out. Also, obviously you can can see the people. Definitely in the fields, you can find the little shorties hanging out, which I'll share some photos of those with you. So I really love that people get out, bird, enjoy life, but I feel like this is turning into like the Yellowstone of Indiana with the owl craze, not gonna lie. And if you've ever been to Yellowstone, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Guys, I think we're good. I don't think anyone took my parking. Also, with a ton of people around, I'm feel awkward. Ah, shit. Somebody did take my spot. I do feel super awkward videoing myself in public. So, yeah. I do want to get my phone out and take a little bit more photos of me actually shooting and what everything looks like, but yeah, especially with the disaster this day has been, I'm just kind of cool with doing this little cruise, but I am gonna get out and kind of take a little bit more video of me actually out of the car. Okay, back to the parking spot. Secured. I am not going to use sharp objects this time. You know what? I'm just going to raw dog it with my camera. Actually, I'm not getting out yet because there is an owl flying my way. And this is my favorite type of wildlife photography taking, is in the heat in my car. Just joking. Or am I? Time to face my fears and take my selfie stick out in actual public. Again, this is like, I've made shorts, but this is like my first like full-length video, and I feel like such a weirdo filming myself in front of other people. Okay guys, I did it. Finally set up my selfie stick in front of a bunch of other people and photographers, and they are looking at me. But anyways, right now what I'm looking at is an owl just hanging out in a tree, probably about 100 feet in front of me. Again, normally I would be snapping photos like crazy, but I just took a couple. I really, more so now, just like to really get them in flight. Just anything more interesting of shots than the quote unquote birds on a stick. And here we go. And it flew the other direction. But besides the owls, look at that sunset. It is gorgeous. So yeah, a lot about wildlife photography is sitting and waiting. Definitely teaches me patience. I'm honestly super thrilled the sun came out today, because the last few times I've come out here, it's just been gloomy, which is fine. I've still gotten good photos, but to try to get the owls with some actually sunlight is very exciting. But you get out whenever you can. If I waited for perfect light or perfect conditions, I probably would have 10 photos in my camera freaking storage instead of, I don't know, tens of thousands. So you just have to learn to work with what you got. So right now, I'm watching an owl and a harrier keep picking on each other. So So while the sun was out, I actually did get a pretty good run of the owls flying around. It didn't really catch anything, but it's perched right out on that tree over there, and that harrier is still flying around. The sun is starting to kind of get behind the clouds. It's about after 4 now, so I'm not sure how much else I'm gonna get, but I'm still gonna wait for a little bit. And I think I do have an extra battery for that camera, so one thing I did want to try to get is the owls with my night vision, so we'll just kind of sit tight for a bit and see what else we can catch today. Worst case, it's kind of a pretty sunset, so might also snap a picture of that. That neat little silhouette photo, since the owl's backlit right now, but it is also like 30 degrees, so I might see what else comes and flies through from my car. Another thing, little tip for shooting the owls out here is obviously you want to be aware of your surroundings, but I'm mostly focused on this spot, but definitely keep turning around because owls have been flying behind me too. So it's just a lot of looking around and keeping your eyes peeled. So, it's cold. And another thing is that this day couldn't get any worse. I'm just now realizing that I lost my chapstick in all the commotion earlier. So yeah, my first little YouTube video. It's going great, guys. My luck's starting to turn around. I did bring that other battery for my new little camera, so the light's starting to definitely go down. It's like 4:15. It wouldn't be so bad, but the sun's behind the clouds, so anything that I shoot for birds in flight, I like to keep my shutter speed minimum 1250, but typically I keep my shutter speed at like 1600. So the photos that I would get right now would probably be noisy as heck. Even with, I edit in Lightroom, even with Lightroom's AI denoise, it helps, but for what the ISO would probably be right now, like 10,000, it's definitely, it just makes your pictures and post-processing look very fake, AI type. But anyway, I still have time to mess with this, I guess. Everyone's stopping behind me. So something must be flying around back there. I don't see anything. So I'm gonna get this battery swapped out and kind of mess with this thing for a little bit. Have some fun with it. Yeah, see, look at this. Literally Indiana's Yellowstone right now. People just blocking me in. On a good note, the sun came back out, so I'm gonna sit here and I guess wait a minute, which I'm gonna have to since I'm blocked in anyway. So see if I can get anything else starts flying around. Guys, so my car is like literally surrounded with people right now, and I'm not in the mood for it. So since the light came back out, I'm gonna back her on up and go ahead and see if anything's perched on the other side again on them little posts. So yeah, honestly, even if you don't have a camera, you have an iPhone, if you're in Indiana passing through, going past the big town of Morocco, it is definitely worth a stop to check out all the beauty that's going on. So, all in all, got some sunshine today, got out. It's the first time I've really been able to do some wildlife photos in, well, like 2 or 3 weeks, so I was definitely jonesing to get my camera out. A little bit dramatic today, of course, but if you've ever been traveling or hiking with me, you will know never a dull moment. So yeah, this is literally how my days go. This is what my channel is gonna be, just me and my hot mess self trying to get some cool pictures of animals and wildlife. So coffee cheers. So I didn't see anything else on my second little lap around, but I'm just gonna sit here for a minute because that sunset, just gorgeous one tonight. So before I sign off here, thank you for watching, listening to me mostly complain